What's up, Fackers? We are back with our Fantasy and Chill 101, counting down the top 101 fantasy football players for the 2020 season. Number 75 on the countdown is quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. He is our seventh ranked quarterback. Last year, he finished as QB number 8. So, some of his stats last year, he had 3,089 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Also added 109 carries for 510 yards and 9 touchdowns. So he scored 290.56 fantasy points, an average of 18.2 points per game. So obviously the big thing here, why he is considered a top 10 quarterback, is the rushing upside that we always talk about in a good fantasy quarterback. That's pretty much the only reason for me why he's in the top 10 and why he should be a top 10 quarterback this year.
I mean, he threw the ball decent last year, and they're getting Stefon Diggs. I think people forget about that. It was kind of a under the under the
Under the
radar
radar.
move from this past offseason. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
that
love
was
Josh
my
Allen going forward.
was my next thing there. He has a new top target and Stefon Diggs. Big upgrade from John Ross being your top target going to Stefon Diggs.
John Brown.
But the thing is, the Bills they've always kind of been a run first team. So are they still that run first team? Will they rely a little bit more on Josh Allen this year? You say he didn't have a bad passing year last year, but 3,000 yards is not a lot in the NFL these days. So like I said, the rushing upside, he had 9 rushing touchdowns, damage as far as separating himself from the rest of that pack. That's kind of what I look for him to do again this year. But he is going into year 3.
3. Yes.
So hopefully he will be improving enough to let them trust him a little bit more, and hopefully he establishes a pretty good connection with Stefon Diggs. The last time we saw Josh Allen in that playoff game versus the Texans, um, didn't look too hot throwing the ball.
No, but he ran the ball okay.
The ball in the
Yeah.
first half pretty well, but like I said, that's pretty much all he did. Then when it came down to crunch time at the end, he couldn't really do anything.
The Texans are known for their defense, though, right? Last year,
Yes.
crickets. I was just joking. That was just a joke. But yeah, I mean, me and you agree, Ryan, that I don't know. Britt might be the same way. That we like to get running quarterbacks in fantasy. It just brings up their floor a little bit. And I think this is possibly, well, now Kyler's in the league, possibly the second best running quarterback in the league behind Lamar. Do you agree with that
Mm,
statement?
I'd still have Kyler above him, but yeah, as
so
far
we
as
got Kyler,
producing, he's still produced more than
Sean.
Kyler.
Deshaun had yeah. Sean
Well,
doesn't
he
really run
produced
the
more
ball as
than
much.
No, I know, but he still has that stigma behind him. But what did he have? 400 yards rushing last year, 7 touchdowns. I think Allen had quite a few too.
Well, the thing with Allen though is if you watch like the Bills games, yeah, he runs the ball a little bit like inside the 20s, but once they get in the red zone, they have designed plays for Josh Allen to score the ball.
They have a
Yeah.
lot of design runs for him that the Texans really don't have that many design runs for Deshaun. So
Like he is
if
their
you're
their red zone rushing threat.
Okay, but like here's the thing. Lamar, Mahomes, Prescott, Wilson, Kyler Murray, and Deshaun Watson are all going to be drafted in the what? The top 6 or 7 rounds.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's going to be there too, maybe on the fringe also. But then after him, there's no more running quarterbacks. You have
but
Stafford, Rogers, Wentz, Brady, Ryan, Breeze. Maybe Danny Dimes runs a little bit, but he's the last one who runs. So
Yeah, that's a
it's
good point.
definitely he's the separator. I think the way I have these rankings, I have these top 6 are way ahead of everybody. We've already done guys like Brady, Rogers, Breeze, Wentz. Who else did we do? Matt Ryan, Danny Dimes. I think Josh Allen is that guy right in the middle of that. So
Yeah.
like if he falls, I'm ecstatic. Like I'm jumping all over him if he falls, but like what is falling for him, ninth, 10th round? Because I mean Watson, Murray, Wilson are not going to be there past the 6th or 7th round.
That's what I was gonna say. Like I think we're all kind of high on Josh Allen. We all think he's gonna have a good year, but it really depends on where you can get him. Like
Yes.
we'd all like to have him on our team, but we're not taking him top 5 in the top 5 rounds, top 6 rounds, maybe the 7th you take him there. But if you don't, yeah, like Bro was saying, if you don't take him, then you don't really get a running quarterback unless you're trying to get Danny Dimes.
Exactly.
So would you? I was looking up some ADPs. Would you take him or all these ADPs are screwed up? But would you take him or like Aaron Rodgers? I saw them going kind of close together.
I'll take Josh Allen. Yeah, it's not even close really in that one.
I'd still take Josh.
Josh Allen. Would you take
Just
Kyler
because
or
of the
him?
running. Oh, Kyler.
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 Kyler's
Okay.
pretty far ahead of him, yes.
What about Dak?
Dak.
See, I'd probably take Dak too. I think the ones you're looking at Josh Allen is going to be like, I think what's going to happen is Watson, Murray, Wilson, all those guys are gone. And then he's going to be the guy that you're like, man, do I really want to take a chance here in the 6th or 7th round on Allen? Or do I want to wait for one of these guys, Stafford, Rogers, Wentz? Like, they'll all fall. So,
Had to throw Stafford in there.
He's always got to throw his voice.
Couldn't go an episode without Matt Stafford.
but see, that's kind of the tiers. Okay, go on. Just hear me out on this too.
Oh, we're hearing.
It's after Allen. I mean, you have Watson, Allen, Murray, Wilson. I mean, Mahomes and Lamar Jackson are far gone. But then you have this third tier rather of like it's older quarterbacks who've been proven: Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Carson Wentz, Aaron Rodgers, Stafford. Like all these guys can throw the ball, but
All
those
the
are the
same
guys
guy.
you're gonna have to decide between. Exactly, you're
I
exactly
think
right.
what
They could finish top 2, top 3 quarterback in the league, but
what
where
Britt
you
is
can
trying
get
to
them.
say is, do you want to take Josh Allen in the 7th when you could wait probably 3 or 4 rounds and get
Exactly.
any of might do just as well or even better than Josh Allen? What are you trying to say, Britt?
Yes, and I'm willing to take that risk right now, just because what we said. He's the last running or quarterback with running upside.
Yeah, I think I'd be happy with Josh Allen in the 8th. I might take him in the 7th because when you're talking about those guys, I don't know if I want any of those guys you just listed off. I don't know. I'd rather have the rushing upside with Allen.
Just thinking about quarterbacks, you know that in our draft last year, only 4 quarterbacks went before round 10.
Yeah, but we're in a more experienced league too. I feel like that's what happens most of the time.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people are high on Josh Allen this year. Him, Kyler.
Mm-hmm.
People are starting to realize, these running quarterbacks, they kind of have more value than people were leading on in previous years.
True. Now he did have 9 rushing touchdowns last year, which is quite a bit. So that should regress.
They were all in the
maybe
red
a little
zone
bit.
too.
But his QBR went up. I mean, or from his rookie year to the second year, every single one of his stats went up. So promising.
I don't think we're giving enough credit to this Diggs trade too, or signing, because
Yes.
we got to remember Josh Allen's got a big arm too. It's not like he's just a running quarterback. He can throw the ball deep.
Yes. And the Bills have a solid team, and he had some chemistry with Cole Beasley last year. Like he's got that little under guy, and then he's got John Brown, Stefon Diggs. What was the tight end? Dawson Knox or something.
Yeah,
then you got
Knox.
Singletary back there. Like, didn't they draft a running back too?
Frank Gore's gone.
They drafted
yeah,
a running back.
they drafted
Who'd
him.
they draft?
Some guy named Knox or something.
It is Zach Moss. Or is that no?
Knox, same thing.
Yeah.
Talk about the addition of Diggs. I saw a stat the other day. So talking about guys over the last 4 years with the most complete or most receptions over like 30 yards or something like that, and Diggs was 3rd in the league for that time span. So going with a guy that likes to throw it deep, that might be a good connection. We've talked about that. He did all this last year with Cole Beasley and John
Brown.
And the fuck
That's
else was there?
That's it.
So he's definitely going to be the best guy that he's ever had to throw to. So be interesting to see what kind of connection they develop. But remember, Diggs is also he's got a little diva in him. So see how that works.
That's true.
Hey,
The Bills do have a solid team, though.
Bills Mafia.
There you go, baby.
This is the year, Matt.
This is the year I switch over from the Texans to the Bills. One more thing,
I
I
don't know
guess.
if it's much better, but
I just want to mention again that he is a big red zone option for the Bills. So don't undercut that. He is more of a red zone option than Lamar Jackson was for the Ravens. So just want to throw that in there because I did research and I want to make sure I say it all.
to that point though, like last year, Allen did not have one game passing over 300 yards. So he is going to do most of his damage with the feet, but we're hoping he gets better with his arm. But also, this is one of those guys, like one of the last guys I would pair with someone else you can get late to, like Jimmy Garoppolo or Kirk
Oh,
Cousins. Like, I
put
don't know.
no.
I'm telling
Jimmy
you, just pair
Garoppolo.
him with someone else.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
you probably pick him up off waivers too. So
Yeah.
yeah, fuck it. All right, Fackers.
All right, so just to wrap it up, Josh Allen, our 7th ranked quarterback for 2020, number 75 overall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fack you later.
Oh, that was Ryan in the background too, by the way.
Oh yeah.